Big 30 had one on him. Only person who really gonna escape from this is the Pops. The Pops did not want none of this to go on. Nigga like this, bro. Gucci looked at the dad like,
One of the biggest names in rap history, a man who built an empire from the ground up, somehow ends up being targeted inside a recording studio by his own artist in a setup that almost sounds unbelievable. And honestly, that's not even the craziest part. Reports claim Pooh Shiesty's father was allegedly involved in planning everything, with Big 30 positioned at the door so no one could get out. They even brought a full team from Memphis all the way to Dallas just to pull this off. And once it was over, the stolen Rolex watches reportedly popped up on Instagram like it was nothing. This whole situation feels like something straight out of a movie, but it's being treated very seriously. Now, before we go any further, here's what people really need to understand. This wasn't some sudden fallout or quick argument. According to official reports, this was described as a calculated and organized setup. And to really understand why Pooh Shiesty allegedly approached Gucci Mane in such an intense way, you have to rewind and look at everything that led up to this moment. Stay locked in, because the evidence authorities claim to have is where things really start to shift. Let's break it down clearly, because some people aren't fully realizing how big this actually is. Gucci Mane, born Roderick Davis, isn't just another rapper. He's one of the main pioneers of trap music and helped launch countless careers across Atlanta. Waka Flocka, Young Thug, Future, Migos, every one of them is pointed to Gucci Mane as a blueprint for success. He built 1017 Records from the ground up, faced serious legal issues, served his time, came back focused, changed his lifestyle, got married, and rebuilt his brand into something even bigger than before. That second chapter of Gucci's journey is exactly where Pooh Shiesty enters the picture. Around 2020, Gucci Mane was focused on rebuilding 1017 with new talent. He was looking for raw, unfiltered energy, and that's when he came across a young artist from Memphis, Lantrell Williams Jr., known as Pooh Shiesty. At that time, Pooh Shiesty was moving independently. No major label backing, no big cosigns, just that raw Memphis sound and growing traction online. But it was authentic, and people were starting to notice. Gucci saw the potential immediately and made his move. In April 2020, he signed Pooh Shiesty to 1017 Records in partnership with Atlantic Records, and from there, everything started moving fast. What happened next turned this into more than just a typical rise story. It became something nobody really expected. Within just 6 months of signing, Pooh Shiesty landed a top 15 hit on the Billboard Hot 100, no exaggeration. In November 2020, he dropped Back in Blood, featuring Lil Durk, and it climbed all the way to number 13. Then he showed up on Beatbox 2, which reached number 12. 2 major hits in his first year signed. Then, in February 2021, he released his debut project, Shiesty Season, and it debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200. For a 20-year-old artist from Memphis who didn't have major label support just a year before, that kind of jump was massive, impossible to ignore. So are we really surprised Gucci wasn't trying to let that kind of talent walk away from his contract? Not at all. That part actually makes sense. But here's the other side of the story that really matters. Pooh Shiesty didn't come to 1017 alone. He brought his cousin, Big Scarr, with him. Big Scarr, whose real name is Alexander Woods, was another Memphis artist, grinding and building his name from the ground up. He had already been through serious life challenges, surviving a major car accident at 16 that left visible scars. And in 2020, he was critically injured in another incident that required emergency surgery to save his life. Still, he pushed through all of that and kept going. Pooh Shiesty believed in him and made sure his music got directly in front of Gucci Mane. Gucci heard the talent and didn't hesitate. He signed him right away. Now you've got Pooh Shiesty bringing his cousin into the spotlight, putting his whole Memphis circle on the map, with Gucci Mane standing as the one who opened that door for all of it. But this is where things start getting complicated, because everything Gucci provided came with structure, and those contract terms were serious. Pooh Shiesty was about to feel that pressure in a major way. Right in the middle of all that success, while Back in Blood was still climbing and making noise, things started shifting legally. In October 2020, reports say he and two others went to a hotel in Bay Harbor Islands, Florida, connected to a deal involving merchandise and substances. Authorities allege the situation escalated. Two individuals were injured and items were taken before they left the scene. Surveillance reportedly captured key details, including a bright green McLaren leaving the area. Then, in May 2021, during Memorial Day weekend in Miami, another incident was reported at a nightclub where a security staff member was injured during a dispute over payment. By July 2021, everything changes. A federal indictment is announced, including serious charges tied to weapons and organized criminal activity. Suddenly, a possible life sentence is hanging over a 21-year-old rapper who just scored 2 top 15 hits. The timing couldn't have been more intense. By January 2022, he takes a plea deal and pleads guilty to 1 count related to conspiracy involving firearms. The result? A 63-month federal sentence. He goes in at just 22 years old. His career completely paused, fans left waiting, and his 1017 contract still fully active. When you really sit back and think about it, that situation is wild. He's locked away, unable to record, perform, or earn, yet the business side keeps moving. The contract doesn't pause just because he's gone. It stays active, waiting. And while Pooh Shiesty is serving time, something happens outside that changes everything in a major way. December 22nd, 2022, this is where it really hits. Big Scarr, his cousin, the same artist he helped bring into 1017, passes away at just 22 years old due to an overdose in Memphis. This is someone who survived so much, pushed through life-threatening moments, and finally got his opportunity, only for it to end like this. And the hardest part? Pooh Shiesty is still in federal custody when it happens. He can't attend the funeral, can't support the family in person, and has to process it all from behind bars.
Then things take another turn when the story starts spreading online. Big Scarr's brother, Quez Ruthless, goes live on Instagram and claims Gucci Mane had promised to cover funeral expenses, but then stopped responding to the family. When they reached out for confirmation, it was claimed Gucci said he couldn't fully cover the funeral due to personal expenses tied to his wife's birthday. That alone had people talking heavy, but that wasn't even the part that really shook things. Quez also said during that same live stream that Gucci Mane asked for the 1017 chain back, the same chain Big Scarr received when he signed. Think about that for a second. His artist had just passed, emotions were still fresh, and allegedly one of the first conversations was about getting that chain returned. That detail hit people hard. Big Scarr's sister, Alexandra, spoke out on social media and confirmed that the request was made, but made it clear the chain would stay with the family. That only added more attention to the situation. Now, to be fair, Gucci's team pushed back on parts of the story. His wife even shared proof showing $20,000 was paid toward the funeral costs, though reports suggested the total was closer to $60,000. Still, the conversation about the chain didn't fade. It stuck, especially in Memphis, and even reached all the way to where Pooh Shiesty was serving time. And think about his position. That's his cousin, someone he personally supported and helped bring into the spotlight. Then, during such a painful moment, the focus reportedly shifts to money and jewelry disputes. Fast forward to October 6, 2025, Pooh Shiesty walks out of federal prison after serving over 3 years. He's now 25, focused, and ready to get back to work. The rap game didn't stop while he was gone, but his name still carries serious weight. He's placed in a residential re-entry program in Dallas, Texas, with strict conditions, an ankle monitor, home detention rules, and limited movement. He can't leave without approval, can't be around weapons, and can't get into any legal trouble. One wrong move, and he risks going right back, plus extra penalties. Then, December 2025 hits, and he drops FDO, First Day Out. The track debuts at number 22 on the Billboard Hot 100. First release back, and it charts instantly. No surprise there. The fan base is still locked in, and the momentum is clearly still strong. But this is where things take a serious turn.
Even with that success, even with proof he's still a valuable artist, he's still tied into his 1017 deal. And based on reports, Pooh Shiesty wanted out of that deal in a major way. Think about everything leading up to this. Years spent away, feeling stuck in an agreement made when he was much younger, watching his cousin's situation with the label unfold, and then coming home to see the same structure still in place. That kind of pressure builds. He wanted control over his future, and reports suggest he may have been willing to take extreme steps to make that happen. So here's where things take an even deeper turn. According to federal reports, the situation didn't just involve Pooh Shiesty. His own father was allegedly connected from the very beginning. Lantrell Williams Sr., known for founding Mob Ties Records in Memphis, is accused by prosecutors of helping organize and carry out the entire plan. This is someone who built his own name in music and supported his son's early career, but now authorities claim he played a key role behind the scenes. Reports say he allegedly arranged a vehicle used to move around Dallas, pointing to a coordinated effort between father and son that has people seriously reacting. And it doesn't stop there. Investigators point to phone records and license plate data showing multiple individuals traveling from Memphis to Dallas in the days leading up to January 10th. This wasn't random timing. This was structured movement, planned travel, and a group coming together with a clear purpose. Then you have Big 30, real name Rodney Lamont Wright Jr., a longtime friend of Pooh Shiesty, someone he grew up with in Memphis. That connection runs deep. They've been close for years, building their names side by side in the same environment. But here's what makes it stand out even more. Big 30 isn't signed to 1017. He's with Moneybagg Yo's Bread Gang label. No known contract issues, no public problems with Gucci Mane, nothing tying him directly to that situation. Yet, according to reports, Pooh Shiesty still showed up. Not for business, not for personal gain, but because someone close to him called. So look at how everything lines up. You've got the father allegedly handling logistics, people traveling in from Memphis, Big 30 stepping in, and Pooh Shiesty on home detention with an ankle monitor under strict rules, not supposed to leave or be involved in any serious trouble. And yet, all of this builds up to one moment. January 10th, 2026, Dallas, Texas. A recording studio becomes the stage. Gucci Mane and two other industry professionals arrive expecting a business discussion about contract terms. Everything is presented as a normal meeting arranged by Pooh Shiesty himself, framed as a conversation about his deal. Gucci shows up with off-duty officers for security. Everything appears official, controlled, and professional. Nothing feels off at first, but then, according to federal authorities, the situation suddenly shifts. Reports describe it as a coordinated takeover involving multiple individuals. That's the exact wording used, organized and planned. Prosecutors allege Pooh Shiesty displayed a weapon and pressured one of the individuals to sign paperwork tied to his recording contract under intense intimidation. That was the main objective, according to reports, securing release from the deal by any means necessary.
While that was happening, authorities claim others involved were also confronting the remaining individuals, taking valuables like watches, jewelry, and cash. One person was reportedly restrained to the point of nearly losing consciousness during the chaos. And just when it already sounds unreal, this is where the aftermath really begins to unfold. Because situations like this don't just disappear, they leave a trail. And according to federal authorities, that trail was detailed. Investigators say surveillance footage, phone data, and digital activity all started lining up piece by piece. Movements tracked, locations confirmed, and timelines built step by step. This wasn't something that could stay hidden for long, especially with so many people allegedly involved. Then there's the part that really raised eyebrows. Reports claimed some of the items taken, like high-end watches, ended up being shown online shortly after. That kind of visibility only made things worse, drawing even more attention and giving investigators more to work with. From there, it turns into a full federal case. Multiple individuals identified, evidence being reviewed, and charges being prepared. What started as a supposed business meeting quickly turns into a major legal situation with serious consequences attached. And think about the position this puts everyone in. Careers, reputations, and futures all hanging in the balance. One moment can change everything, especially when it unfolds this publicly. Now, the focus shifts away from music and fully into the legal system. Courtrooms, evidence, testimonies, all of it. And with the level of attention this situation has, every detail is being watched closely. Because this isn't just another headline, this is something much bigger playing out in real time. Authorities say they even documented visible injuries, including marks on the wrist and neck. And with Big 30, reports claim he remained positioned at the door the entire time, blocking it so no one could leave or call for help. Under federal law, that kind of role can carry serious responsibility for everything happening inside. And don't forget, those off-duty officers Gucci Mane brought for security were right there the whole time. Trained professionals witnessing everything as it unfolded. That's not just one version of events. Those are accounts from experienced law enforcement now being used as official testimony. That alone raises the stakes even higher. But it goes even further. Investigators didn't just rely on witnesses, they had digital tracking too. The ankle monitor Pooh Shiesty was required to wear as part of his home detention reportedly placed him directly at the studio location. His own court-ordered device tracked his movements and showed he was away from where he was supposed to be. That detail stands out heavy. The same monitor meant to keep him compliant ended up becoming a key piece of evidence in the case. That's a serious problem in a situation like this. Then you add in everything else: phone records, license plate data, travel logs, all pointing to coordinated movement from Memphis to Dallas. Even rental records reportedly show his father arranged a vehicle used during the trip. Investigators say surveillance cameras picked up activity at multiple locations, including the studio, a nearby office supply store, and even a hotel where several individuals were staying. Piece by piece, the timeline started coming together. Then, forensic teams reportedly recovered fingerprints at the scene, and those prints matched two of the suspects. That alone added major weight to the case. But what really got people talking was what happened next. According to reports, within hours of the incident, some individuals allegedly involved were already posting online. DeMarcus Glover was seen in photos wearing jewelry believed to be connected to the situation. Terrence Rogers shared a video featuring a Rolex that authorities believe may have come from the same event. That kind of exposure only made things worse, drawing even more attention and giving investigators more to work with. From there, it turns into a full federal case. Multiple individuals identified, evidence being reviewed, and charges being prepared. What started as a supposed business meeting quickly turns into a major legal situation with serious consequences attached. And think about the position this puts everyone in. Careers, reputations, and futures all hanging in the balance. One moment can change everything, especially when it unfolds this publicly. Now the focus shifts away from music and fully into the legal system. Courtrooms, evidence, testimonies, all of it. And with the level of attention this situation has, every detail is being watched closely, because this isn't just another headline, this is something much bigger playing out in real time. Authorities say they even documented visible injuries, including marks on the wrist and neck. And with Big 30, reports claim he remained positioned at the door the entire time, blocking it so no one could leave or call for help. Under federal law, that kind of role can carry serious responsibility for everything happening inside. And don't forget, those off-duty officers Gucci Mane brought for security were right there the whole time. Trained professionals witnessing everything as it unfolded. That's not just one version of events. Those are accounts from experienced law enforcement now being used as official testimony. That alone raises the stakes even higher. But it goes even further. Investigators didn't just rely on witnesses, they had digital tracking too. The ankle monitor Pooh Shiesty was required to wear as part of his home detention reportedly placed him directly at the studio location. His own court-ordered device tracked his movements and showed he was away from where he was supposed to be. That detail stands out heavy. The same monitor meant to keep him compliant ended up becoming a key piece of evidence in the case. That's a serious problem in a situation like this. Then you add in everything else: phone records, license plate data, travel logs, all pointing to coordinated movement from Memphis to Dallas. Even rental records reportedly show his father arranged a vehicle used during the trip. Investigators say surveillance cameras picked up activity at multiple locations, including the studio, a nearby office supply store, and even a hotel where several individuals were staying. Piece by piece, the timeline started coming together. Then, forensic teams reportedly recovered fingerprints at the scene, and those prints matched two of the suspects. That alone added major weight to the case. But what really got people talking was what happened next. According to reports, within hours of the incident, some individuals allegedly involved were already posting online. DeMarcus Glover was seen in photos wearing jewelry believed to be connected to the situation. Terrence Rogers shared a video featuring a Rolex that authorities believe may have come from the same event. That kind of exposure only made things worse, drawing even more attention and giving investigators more to work with. From there, it turns into a full federal case. Multiple individuals identified, evidence being reviewed, and charges being prepared. What started as a supposed business meeting quickly turns into a major legal situation with serious consequences attached. And think about the position this puts everyone in. Careers, reputations, and futures all hanging in the balance. One moment can change everything, especially when it unfolds this publicly. Now the focus shifts away from music and fully into the legal system. Courtrooms, evidence, testimonies, all of it. And with the level of attention this situation has, every detail is being watched closely, because this isn't just another headline, this is something much bigger playing out in real time. Authorities say they even documented visible injuries, including marks on the wrist and neck. And with Big 30, reports claim he remained positioned at the door the entire time, blocking it so no one could leave or call for help. Under federal law, that kind of role can carry serious responsibility for everything happening inside. And don't forget, those off-duty officers Gucci Mane brought for security were right there the whole time. Trained professionals witnessing everything as it unfolded. That's not just one version of events. Those are accounts from experienced law enforcement now being used as official testimony. That alone raises the stakes even higher.
Gucci Mane allegedly becomes the target of someone he helped bring into the spotlight. This is an artist he signed, supported, and helped turn into a major name. Gucci provided the platform, a major label deal, distribution through Atlantic Records, and an opportunity that took Pooh from local buzz in Memphis to a number 3 spot on the Billboard 200 in under a year. He even backed his cousin based on that relationship. And now, everything shifts into the courtroom phase. And this is where things get even more serious. Because once it reaches this level, it's no longer about rumors or online talk. It's about evidence, testimony, and decisions that can impact lives forever. Prosecutors are expected to lay out a detailed timeline connecting every step, from the travel to the meeting setup to what allegedly happened inside that studio. Every piece of data, every witness statement, every digital record starts getting presented in a way that tells a full story. On the other side, the defense is going to challenge all of it. They'll question the evidence, the intent, and how everything is being interpreted. That back and forth is where the real battle happens. And don't overlook this part. In situations like this, cooperation can change everything. If any of the individuals involved decide to speak or work with authorities, that could shift how the entire case plays out for everyone else. That kind of pressure builds fast in cases involving multiple people. Meanwhile, the music world is watching closely. Fans, artists, and industry figures are all paying attention because this isn't just another headline. It involves major names and a story that ties together business, loyalty, and serious legal consequences all at once. So when you really break it down, the response to feeling stuck in a contract allegedly turned into something way bigger than anyone expected, bringing a crew from Memphis to Dallas, involving close connections and stepping into a studio meeting while under strict monitoring conditions. It all led to a situation that now carries serious consequences. And then there's Big 30. Someone who had his own lane, his own momentum, his own career moving forward, but by showing up out of loyalty, he's now caught up in something that could impact his entire future in a major way. The name Shiesty always carried a certain meaning tied to how he moved, something even people close to him recognized early on. And Gucci Mane, one of the most experienced figures in the industry, took a chance, gave opportunities, and helped build that platform from the ground up. But situations like this reveal something real. Some decisions come with consequences that go far beyond music, money, or contracts. This is bigger than all of that. If you picked up something new from this breakdown, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. More deep dives, more real stories, all broken down simple and clear. And if you want the full documentary-style breakdown of the entire situation, from the rise to the contract to everything that unfolded in Dallas, click right here. I'll catch you in the next one.